All right. How's everyone doing tonight? We have. Is it June 11th? June 12th? June 10th. June 10th, 2020. So, I'm supposed to go into work. But my boss says he's still trying to get me reinstated. But I haven't heard back from him. I did get my brakes bled. It was kind of scary. I had a lot of air in them. And what happens is when you have air in your brakes, your car doesn't stop. So, yeah, I was able to get that taken care of. Thanks to my next door neighbor, who was very neighborly. Man, he went above and beyond. He helped me out with so much stuff with my car. That guy is true. He's a true bro. Very neighborly. Not that many goes because. Yeah, got brakes blood, so they work. Galantes! How's it going, man? Nah, not much, man. This is gonna be the last night. This is the platinum night. Friday. I'm gonna start back on 14. They get Curly is crafting up. How is things on Sarganton's? Have you been growing the FC at all? Or have you just been sending ships out? Lots of new people in the FC? Or lots of new people just in the game in general? Ah.
Really? You will? In that case... Huh?
I'll see myself in. Thanks. And who are you?
He's my bodyguard. And a soldier. Pretty cool, huh?
Huh? A soldier? Ex-soldier.
It's kind of interesting
What do
how
you know? You've
Aerith.
got the eyes, at least.
Kind of interesting how Aerith just talks to Reno like she knows him. Like from the audience's perspective and Cloud's perspective, he's like an unknown person and or like an enemy, right? But like Aerith, but obviously Aerith and Reno have like a task connection. I don't know if Raziel wants me to invite random. I'm just keeping things afloat. I don't know, man. It's your FC. He's bailed on it twice. That's what I would do. Be like, hey, rules of the game, man. Rules of the game. Yeah, it's interesting how, like, how Aerith and Reno have this sort of like rapport built in already. Like, kind of cool, huh? Right? Like that's not how you talk to a person who, you know, might be threatening you.
You don't mind, do you? Bodyguard work's not too different from Merc stuff, right? I guessed. From the sword. Just do this for me, okay?
Fine, but it'll cost you. A lot.
A lot, huh? One date ought to do it.
Huh. Well, you're weird enough to be one. What class?
that's another thing too. Another sort of dig at soldiers, because they eventually end up going insane and they end up, degenerating over. Sort of dig it. You're weird enough to be one. And I mean, look at Ro. She's fucking weird.
First. If you're gonna bullshit me, at least try to make it believable.
Sorry, I'm pausing it again. I do think it's weird. I always thought that it was just sort of like a PTSD trip, but that Cloud just, he didn't really think that he was a soldier, but that he just was committing to the role. I'd always for some reason thought that he was just emotionally distraught to the point that he didn't care. He'd lie to himself, he'd lie to everybody just to fulfill his promise, right? Yo, Warlord, what's up, man? But it almost seems like he actually thinks he is. Like he actually thinks he made it into soldier. It's like as if he does have some of Zach's memories. Like, because earlier when he was in, and maybe this is stretching it a bit too far, but earlier when he was in, when he was talking to the Watch, when he was talking to Biggs and Wedge, and he told Biggs that he had a sword out, he had the Buster sword out, and he was saying, "Yeah, we've been through a lot." Like, he hasn't though. Right? He doesn't have those memories, but for some reason those memories are there. Right? I think, and this is just a sort of offshoot theory that I have that I haven't seen anywhere else. But I don't think that he was a standard soldier experiment. I don't think that Cloud was. So yeah, let's see. I think. All right, so there were soldiers that were infected directly with Genova cells, and then let's see, there was Angel, who was the son of a woman who had Genova cells in her, and that's why he turned out the way that he did. And then I think Genesis was injected with Genova cells from that woman, which is, I think her name's Jillian, and it was post birth, right? So it wasn't in utero. And then I think Sephiroth was injected with straight Genova cells, right? So Project G clones are really injected with Jillian genes, right? They're not injected directly with Genova genes, while Project S clones are either directly injected with Genova cells in the womb, or they're directly injected with Sephiroth's, like, stem cells or something like that. I think what was going on with Hojo's because I call this a special experiment, right? Because so what we saw in chapter 17 in the drum was that he had a large lab in Midgar where he was doing the bulk of his research. And then we also know in Nibelheim at the reactor that there is a lab there as well. There's a lab in the Shinra basement, but then there's also like where all the soldier candidates were being grown in it near closer to the reactor. I think the Shinra basement Nibelheim experiments were, I mean, I you could call them Project Z, right? I think Cloud, I don't, and I think officially the lore says otherwise. Technically, Cloud, I think, is a Project S soldier, and I think Zack is technically a Project S soldier. But I think in this case, because Cloud and Zack were together in the same room, there's only 2 pods, right? It's the Shinra basement wasn't built for large scale. It wasn't built for large scale, research. So I think this was just kind of like a sort of like a pet project for Hojo. And so like I guess what I'm saying is I'm thinking that Cloud is like Project Z soldier, right? He's not S, he's not G, he's not Zack, but this is why he carries Zack's memories and why they're so integrated. It's not just PTSD. It's that he actually, for some reason, he doesn't know who Zack is, and he can't like hear the word Zack. Kind of like in Metal Gear Solid. Whenever they say the Patriots or the names of the Patriots, the person hears Lolly Lule Lo. They just hear a string of gibberish. That's kind of what's happening to Cloud here when certain things crop up. Oh, I've been good. Well, I mean, I've been better, Warlord, but I'm doing all right. Not dead. I got my health. How you been, man? But yeah, I think that's what's going on. I think that's what's going on with Cloud. He's not. I don't think he's a Project S soldier. I think he's a Project G soldier. I don't think what's going on with Cloud is standard protocol that anyone in Shinra really knows much about, even Hojo. And I think Zack is kind of like a special case. I think a lot of it has to do with because Zack is so grounded in who he is, that he isn't so adversely affected by Genova influence. Which is kind of neat when you think about it, because it's like, in that sense, it's a sort of commentary on power. Power is neither good nor evil. It's how you use it, and whether or not you're responsible in it. And when we look at things, Sephiroth lacked a mother, and I have to look into Genesis's background. But Genesis, obviously, he just degenerated, and I think Angeal lacked a father. But when you look at Zack grew up in a small town with a mother and a father, and he was well grounded, and he was psychologically well grounded. So the power given to Zack, he doesn't degenerate. He doesn't go crazy. None of the side effects that happen to every other soldier candidate happens to him. But that's because I think he's psychologically grounded. Yeah. But which is what's cool about Cloud too, though, right? Because Cloud has neither parents, right? Well, he grew up with a mother, but there is no mention of his father or even what happened to him. We have literally we don't have a name. We don't have an age. We don't have a job. We know nothing about Cloud's father. Yeah. But Cloud lost his mother at 16 in a fire. And that would be very traumatic. And actually, that too, right? That was another thing I didn't notice until I read an interview with Kazuchige Nojima, is that Cloud was in a coma for 5 years, effectively. So even though he's 21 here, we're seeing a 21-year-old man. He actually has the mind of a 16-year-old. And if you replay, which I'm going to do a replay once. I'm probably going to do like a story replay of this game just to get all the scenes added up and just quick one time through. You'll see that comes out in Cloud's character. You know, like you keep thinking like, dude, you're a 21-year-old guy. Why are you acting the way that you are? Like when Tifa's like lecturing him about, getting the filters changed in the town. He's like acting like a little kid. He's acting like a teenager. It's like, oh, but partially he's sort of speaking on behalf of the player as well, right? Oh, we got to go do busy work, right? Oh, this doesn't sound like fun. And there are a lot of gamers out there that's exactly how they look at side quests, right? they're just constantly like, they're all pissed about the cat getting cats and stuff, the cat side quest and stuff. While I shouldn't pause it. I should be saying this stuff while I'm playing. But that's how someone who's never had a job talks, who's never really had true responsibility. That's how kids talk. I don't wanna.
You better.
No more playing.
Hey, little help in here, guys?
Nice.
Good old what's his face. Hardly knew ya. I hate doing cleanup, but I'm damn good at it.
Cloud, be careful.
Ah, it didn't work.
Do you really have to fight near the flowers?
Well, okay then. What you waiting for, bodyguard? I'm right here. No way. I'm coming for you. Oh, come on.
Get ready.
Gonna make me work for it, huh? Well, lucky for you.
So yeah, so Cloud has the mentality of a 16-year-old. He doesn't have the mentality of a man who's gone through the things that he's gone through, right? Though there could be an argument that, the things that he's gone through has caused him to grow up a lot faster than most other people.
That ain't bad.
And I think that's to some extent true. I remember seeing a guy who was an EMT. He was only 23 at the time, and he'd already seen 7 people die.
I just wanted to...
And some of them have been horrific ways, right? Because he would go to car accidents. He'd deal with a lot of car accidents and drug addiction. A lot of people OD'd on him.
I'm fine. Go get the girl.
And I could say, I don't personally for me, like that was a big changing. That was a big moment in my life when I first came across like death
The hell?
from a first-hand perspective.
Weird. They're not attacking.
So I think younger children who
Come on.
have to deal with that at an early age
Over here.
grow up faster because they're kind of forced to. Actually, I think I need to switch out my material. So there could be an argument that Cloud is actually a bit more mature than a 16-year-old. But there are other aspects of his psyche that don't match up with the normal 21-year-old's attitude. All right. Pop something else out here. What else should we? That mastered HP absorb. Master this elemental.
Nowhere to go but up. Maybe we can get out that way.
Right. Through that hole.
But yeah, the problem with Sephiroth is he had neither him like Cloud. Well, no, Cloud had a mother figure growing up.
They saved me.
But Sephiroth had like a corporation raise him. Shinra raised him, and he wasn't raised as a kid so much as an experiment. So it's kind of, it's not completely implausible for Sephiroth to have the mentality that he does as well, especially considering, you know, that he was
Come on.
a war hero on top of all. So while I would say his characterization is a bit bland, it's accurate. That is probably how a man who was raised the way that he was in the situation and context that he was would end up being.
If there's so much as a scratch on her, you're done. Sir! We bring her in one piece.
I don't know too much about Genesis. Or Angeo, really.
What now?
Run!
Move and I'll shoot! Oh, no,
And those are the only
but sir!
quote-unquote first-class soldiers that I know of. The only other soldier that I know of is Roche.
Could drop that.
And I don't know anything about his background. Or his home life growing up.
Okay.
What's the holdup? I can't get to her.
Some kind of magic
No
trick.
cloud. No cloud. There you go. What you doing, bro? There you go.
Run!
Hey,
Aerith grew up with our father as well.
Over there!
Cloud,
I think it was Gast. Gast was her father, right?
over here.
Screw you!
And Gast was just a normal human.
Thank you.
Let's move.
That's fairly cool.
Cloud, give me a hand.
And so she probably has some. How was it? She was like 5 years old, I think, when she was taken from my school inn and had to get back into Midgard, or was fleeing Shinra. I don't know why they decided to go back to Midgard if they're fleeing Shinra. Maybe they weren't fleeing.
Leave him be.
Maybe somewhere along the way.
But sir!
Yeah, because it doesn't explain how she died.
We are
How Efalna died. She just kind of died, right?
beginner's luck.
Like, was she shot? You know, Gas was
More
shot.
of those things.
It's like they're guiding
Did she
us.
just come down with a
Stay
sickness?
close.
So cool.
Come on, get up, get down with the sickness, you know? I make myself laugh.
There.
Need to stay ahead of her.
Yeah, it looks like she had some kind of disease or something. I didn't. In the death scene that she has in this game, you don't see any like open wounds or.
They gone?
Yeah, think so.
What are they?
I think, actually, I don't know.
Mosey.
Let's just go. Okay. Up for crossing the rooftops? See that pillar over there? There's a station right by it. Shall we mosey on over?
Let's.
I wonder what they say in Japan, Japanese. In Japan. I wonder if Let's Mosey is such a
So,
thing.
What's next for you?
A little bit of bodyguard work.
Right.
After that, it's back to the Sector 7 slums.
You know how to get there?
Yep.
Of course you do.
That suit from earlier.
Yep.
He was one of Shinra's Turks. What's a Turk want with you?
Dunno. Hey.
If I was
don't
glad,
you
that's what
keep
I
an
would
eye out
say
for
too.
Potential soldiers and stuff?
Even if I
They do
didn't know,
more than
I'd just say I
stealth
knew how to get there.
Turks get called in to handle all kinds of situations with extreme prejudice.
I might have said it in
Professional
a more
bad guys.
colorful
Gotta
way,
love
though.
'em.
Back to my question.
It might have
So
said
what's he
something
to you?
like, "Does a bear shit in the woods?" or something like
Like
that.
you knew each other.
Maybe he thought I could be the greatest soldier
You have?
yet.
That's good, man. It's a great game. I really like it.
Forget it.
I mean,
Hmm?
I'm still playing it. It's
Matt?
2 months. It's been 2 months since its release. It has given me sufficient challenge. That's for sure. It has greatly humbled me. That's for sure. Sometimes you can get kind of used to the
I
daily grind of
actually
14.
haven't traveled by
You could make it
rooftop
think
before.
like you're
I'd
good.
be surprised if you had.
So much.
It's honestly kind of exciting.
This game reminded me how I'm
First time
not as
call.
good at video games as I would like to be. What's your favorite part about it, Warlord?
Wait! Give me a moment.
Story's great, yeah. It really is.
Don't just run off on your own.
Those the words of a soldier candidate?
So petty.
That's funny because that's exactly what she ends up doing. He just runs up. This whole scene, like,
So
I
does
always
no one
play
live
it
in
out.
these buildings?
Nope. No one to get mad
I
if we
don't
make
ever just
noise.
rush through it. It really feels like
Looks kinda rusty.
the nostalgia.
first.
Like, and I hate to commit to nostalgia.
It's pretty old. Be careful.
Okay.
It feels like this is how it should be.
Ugh,
Combat's
Easy
great.
now.
you worry too much.
Even though I get
I'm
frustrated
not
at
some princess
times.
who needs to be coddled. Shit.
Every time.
Whew. That was unexpected. Thank you, Cloud. Ah, there it is. The wall. You know, I thought about leaving once, but in the end, I couldn't.
Too dangerous?
Too much. A whole world.
Do you have a Steam controller,
bursting
Warlord?
with life. Maybe more than I can handle, I think sometimes.
Because you could probably
now,
press the R3
People
button
hate the steel
on a
sky,
Steam controller easier than you could
slums,
a
but
PS4
I
controller.
don't. How could I? All that passion, all those dreams, flowing and blending together into something greater. This time I'll go first. After all, I can't count on you to wait.
Sure about this?
See for yourself. Maybe I'll go on ahead and leave you all by your lonesome. Just,
Maybe you shouldn't talk.
then you talk. Tell me a story.
Not for free.
Cheapskate, you're.
Oh,
Gotcha.
you're killing me here.
Here goes nothing. Woo!
Ugh. You good?
Of course.
Bird!
My hero.
Hero.
Never a dull moment with you.
That a compliment?
I don't know.
Not really.
You gotta think, man.
Thanks anyway.
Cloud must be a super badass. If he just caught Aerith's fat ass
We're
just
getting
right in the
closer
middle
to
of the
the
air
station.
like it was nothing,
Even so,
man, he's got to have some
probably run into
strength.
a few monsters on the way.
With how many cookies she downs, man.
Screams, so what?
I fought scarier things.
Him
once.
making that look effortless is crazy.
Keep it together.
So it's my turn? Someone looks like they're in their element.
I haven't played DMC 5. I've heard good things though. And I've heard that comparison as well.
Okay then. So long. So, Cloud, you don't know the slums that well.
Compared to you?
Excuse me.
No. Training grounds, barracks, battlefields. That's
Trying to
the
be a
world.
badass in front of Aerith.
You sound proud of that.
I'm an adult. Swear.
Stations there.
I can see that.
Oh? Thought the world you knew didn't include stations.
Ha ha.
I can't wait for the second part.
We poured so much of our blood and sweat into building that reactor. Now,
I can't believe this is
You can start saving up for a
everyone else
PS5
just
now.
please calm down.
Hey,
Now you
what
get a
the
job
hell's
first.
going on?
Come
Or
on. There's no need to shout.
have a job.
Please.
Yeah. Well, it's gotta
I need
be
to
true of the
secure a
reactor.
job first, I should say. Now, my boss said he was going to call me today.
It's on fire!
Ain't a show.
I think I'm going to
They know that.
keep putting out my application. Things are tight.
Didn't expect to see you here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like, I'm not sure if you heard in the beginning of the
That's
stream, but
well, I'm
the boss
glad
said
you're
that he
okay.
was going to call
Did
me
any
today.
debris hit the church?
not debris. No.
to
That's
fill me in
something at
on
least. But you may not be so lucky
going on.
next time.
He hasn't called me. I did get my brakes blood though.
You know a
So
way to get topside other than the
that's
train?
good.
Sorry. Can't say I do.
Figured
So
as
it's still
much.
kind of
What a goddamn pain in the ass.
Just my luck.
Did I tell you?
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Huh?
Wait.
Deck is all clear!
Rope's good. Go!
Pull him up!
if he jumped, he would cut his head off. He'd have to drop. He did more than drop. He jumped. Like you notice whenever a plane, a helicopter lands, and everyone holds their head down when they get out. There's a very good reason for that. It's because when the rotors aren't spinning at full speed, they hang a bit.
Hunt, more like.
So
For me?
you know when they start going really fast, they create lift,
No,
and
don't care.
the rotors are higher.
stick to the back
right?
streets?
You won't get your head hit. But
There
when
we
it
go.
lands, the rotors aren't going so fast, but they're still going fast enough to
Better
cut your
than
head off.
Shinra.
And that has happened on more than one occasion. I'm not saying like I'm like an expert military tactician or anything like that. No, I'm just aware of things like that
There's a
happening.
Shinra dump site up ahead. Not the kind of place anyone would ever choose to hang around in.
But a great place to lay low. They've got the run of it. Deal with that.
I'll take care of them. Ha! One more shot. Just You can do it!
My turn. That's that.
No telling where they'll come from.
Easy mode plays a lot more like a movie.
You'd better watch out then, Cloud. You sure you want to fight?
Battles aren't really a big
Over
deal.
here.
I mean, it's not just because I have the goddamn ring. Though, that would probably make
That didn't work.
battles on hard
Maybe it's
mode pretty
broken?
easy as well.
Pretty sure this path we're on loops around too, so... Wonder if we can move this.
His name is Cloud Air, not we. We almost had a tornado. I didn't know you guys got tornadoes in Ohio. I thought that was like Oklahoma and stuff. That's crazy, dude. You get little dust devils every once in a while here on the east side, where I'm from.
Hey!
Now you're in for it. Take the lead.
I'm coming!
Let's dance, asshole.
Must have been a new breed,
How do you figure?
because they went for the stronger prey.
New breed. Starring Cherith Painsborough. Have you guys seen the Cherith Painsborough memes?
There, check it out. The heart of the slums.
Still a fair ways off.
Well, we did take a detour. Getting tired?
Nah.
Me, I'm feeling a bit hungry. How about you?
Amazed.
You're in for a treat when we make
Of course
it
you're
back.
hungry,
Don't have
badass.
time for that.
You'll want to make time for my mom's cooking. And that's the final word on it. We'll get home quick and eat ourselves stupid.
And so Aerith grew up with a mother. She'd always had a mother figure in her. And it doesn't seem like she's ever really had to financially struggle, even though she's lived in the slums. So it's kind of an interesting...
Kinda in a rush,
That might be
so
an interesting aspect of her psychology as well.
Deal with that.
I'll show you what I can do. That's that.
Nice.
See you around.
Oh no. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that Nojima took those things into account. You know, character psychology. And tried to make sure that those things were expressed in gameplay. I think that he's done a pretty good job on it, to be honest. Or the team has it.
It's awake!
I wish it kept sleeping.
I'll take care of
Nothing
him.
personal.
And we're safe.
Where do you guys think the next part's going to end? I know, Warlord, you're kind of unfamiliar with the original, right? You've never played the original? But Galantis, I'm sure you're pretty familiar with the original. I'm pretty sure my silent watcher is Cybern, and I know he's familiar. Those I got 3. I just assume it's Cybern. I think it's pretty safe as hell.
work. Way to think ahead. Guess we're home free.
No need for thanks. I'd rather get paid.
Hmm? You're getting paid right now.
Hmm?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh.
Oh. Cloud's so social. Trying to find the name of the location. Sec.
Should be able to relax a little now.
Don't forget about the Turks.
Ah,
Could come at us any time. Keep an eye out.
So, do you think this
The Sector 5 slums are right there. God, I'm so nervous.
what are they watching?
Hey!
Hey, hey! My lights have been on the fritz ever since that explosion.
Gramps has been feeling a lot better ever since he heard about what happened.
I'm
What could they
standing inside the
possibly be
gutted
trying to
shell of Mako
accomplish?
Reactor 5.
They're working for
As you can
Wutai,
see,
isn't it
there's
obvious?
still a lot of smoke rising from the rubble.
Using spies so they don't have
While
to break
fallen
the
beams and other
ceasefire.
debris continue to
I'm telling
hinder
you,
rescue efforts,
those foreign
the fires
devils are
appear
trying
to
to
have been
start another
mostly
war.
extinguished.
So if we help catch the bombers,
Oh,
we
over
get a
there.
reward or something?
That's the director.
Ah, you think so, huh?
Military division, isn't it?
That's pretty far.
Excuse me, ma'am, but would
Not
you
that
mind
far,
asking
though.
a few
We're safe down
questions?
here, right?
They're targeting reactors.
Can you give us any
No
updates
reason
on the
for them
status
to
of the
attack
reactor?
slums.
What kind of
So,
damage
when
did
are
it
the
suffer in
trains
the
gonna
explosion?
start up
Are we in
again?
any danger?
Mako Reactor 5 has been temporarily shut down, and all fires have been successfully
Stilettos
extinguished.
and
The situation is under
lingerie.
control, and the people of Fair City need not worry about any additional complications.
Compliment.
We're in the process of conducting a full
Supplement.
forensic investigation, but we suspect the device used was similar to that employed in the attack on Mako Reactor 1. The perpetrators of that atrocity were filmed making their escape. These agents of the eco-terrorist group Avalanche are currently believed to be in hiding somewhere in Midgar.
And given that this group
You
has
think so? Tomorrow?
reactors in quick
What's
supply,
going on tomorrow, man?
Can they really be stopped before they strike again?
Fill me in.
What do you
Inquiring minds need to know.
Have no fear. Shinra will keep Midgar safe.
Okay, time's up.
All right, let's go.
Why the hell would anyone do that? Those avalanche guys are unbelievable. Without the reactors, how are we supposed to live? We need to stay
Man,
up and fight.
I can't decide where to go on my
timing.
honeymoon.
Mind lending me a hand?
Place is really hopping, huh?
Nice side effect of the train situation.
Ah.
What do you say?
I'd love to, but
Is that the same guy?
I help out every now and then.
They're
It's
what
fun.
give the local cuisine the flavor you can't find anywhere else.
That's
Oh.
so true.
It is the same guy. He's just chubbier. That's the same guy who gives you the quest for the robots to go kill the robot. Kind of unfortunate they didn't really do anything with this area.
Where can I find them? Someone at the Leaf House might know.
Trolls are kind of acting up.
Aerith!
That's right.
Well, well.
I totally
What
forgot
are
about
you
that.
doing all the way up there?
Was trying to get a look at the reactor.
Coats.
Who's this guy?
This is Cloud. He's a mercenary. And currently my bodyguard. That's Oates.
Did you know that Nibelheim
See you.
is ancient Norse for cloud home?
2 peas in a pod.
Heim means home, and Nibel means cloud.
Aerith! So, what are you guys up to?
We all went to see the reactor. Oh, that's right. You're supposed to come by
Yeah.
the house.
What for?
I don't know. You're just supposed to.
Well, Guess we have a new
Yeah, I thought so
destination.
too. I was watching a guy named
I should
Sleep
probably
Easy.
explain. The Leaf House is the local orphanage. That's where all these kids
He's got
live.
a bunch of really cool theories on
The church
Final
again?
Fantasy
Next time,
7.
we should all go together.
I'll try to link.
Hello, Aerith. As
Something's
popular as
really
ever,
good.
I see.
Apparently, but they sure keep me on my
My
toes.
wireless connection.
Better than being bedridden. Thanks again for all those.
You think so, Warlord?
You've helped a lot of people.
No problem. Anytime.
How'd you manage to find so many anyway?
Oh, I have my ways.
And
I'm not sure if
He's my
MMOs are going to be a
bodyguard,
thing in the
just until
future.
I get home.
and you're
I think
sure
what's going to
he's up
happen
it?
is that single player games are going to become
Maybe.
more MMO-like, and MMOs are going to
Since I'm
kind of
so
cease
generous, I
to
gather
be a thing.
medicinal herbs for his patients sometimes.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to divert 14 and 11 onto cloud-based
Leaf House.
platforms.
There you are.
We're back.
I need to do some adjustments for some reason. The
Sorry to
wireless
make
isn't
you come
working
out
very
here.
well.
Don't be. It's on my way home.
Well then, I hope you won't mind me asking for some flowers.
No problem. How many?
All you can carry. What with all the doom and gloom we've been hearing on the news recently, I thought some flowers might help cheer everyone up.
I'm sure they will, and I'd love to help.
Let's all wash up before our meal.
Alright, so I moved my router. I'm hoping that helps with the... There was a bunch of latency I was experiencing with my controller.
Hey, mister, do you want one of these?
Because, yeah, I could see Square Enix coming out with a cloud-based gaming platform
So, Cloud.
and putting their
what's your favorite
MMOs on
flower?
it.
They're all the same.
And so you subscribe to their cloud-based gaming
You
platform,
sure you want to say that to
and
a
you get
florist?
14,
Better
and
than
you get
mine.
11.
Okay. Then what'd you do with
And you
the
get all
flower
other
I gave you?
games that they create
You
by
give it
paying
away?
them a monthly
I
fee.
did.
Ooh, to who? Tell me.
Don't recall.
Because with, like, if you think about it,
What?
Thought you didn't
Final
like
Fantasy
mine.
14 costs about
Well,
$13 to
anyway.
$15 a month, depending. And Xbox Game Pass is like 10 to 12 bucks a month. And you get access to all these, a whole bunch of different games.
My house
So,
is just up this path.
I think
Should
that's going to
home
be
by
the
now,
future.
So I'll introduce you.
Rather than purchase a game, rather than the companies making monies off of multiple purchases of games, they'll
There
make
you
the
go. That's
majority
my
of their
house.
money off of subscription
amazing.
prices.
Come on.
We'll see how developers are affected by that, though.
Hey, baby. Been up to no good? Rude came by.
But it even looks like Valve is leaning in that direction as well.
This is my mom, Elmira.
I think they're teaming up with
And this is
NVIDIA
Cloud, my bodyguard.
to create a cloud
Take good
platform.
care of her?
That's my job. Or was my job.
Yep. Thanks. So, Cloud, you gonna head back to Sector 7?
Yeah.
Then I'll show you the way.
Then why'd you have me bring you here?
She is the queen.
What if
She
the
knows
search
the way.
again?
It'd suck, but I've dealt with them before. Honestly, I'm much more worried about you. What if you get lost, huh? You'd be too embarrassed to admit it, and so you'd just keep on going.
Quit acting like you know me.
Hey, Mom.
She does
I'm
know
gonna
you,
go take
Cloud.
Cloud over to Sector 7.
You don't need-
Okay?
Okay. But why
Dun,
not wait
dun,
until
dun.
tomorrow? If
You going already, man? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I started
better
later.
to rest up
Good
here
night,
and
Galantis.
trip first.
Thanks for stopping by.
When you'll have
Love seeing your face. Love read your
That's
words.
true. She's got a point, Cloud.
Did you get a shift change?
Oh, yeah. I still need to deliver some flowers to
Ah.
the Leaf House. Since
Cool,
we have
man.
a little time before dinner, you should come with.
That wasn't the deal.
You mean you want more? Even though you've got a priceless reward coming
Same
your
shift.
way?
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I promised him?
I'll do it.
I gotta do a like. Do you still watch streams at work? I'm not trying to keep you, but I gotta do like a late night stream for you one of these days.
She's a handful, isn't she?
Maybe another 24-hour stream or something. Oh, that's right. I disconnected. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll try to pick a Friday one of these days so that I can keep you busy. Keep you busy at work. Later, man. Have a good one. Ooh, MP. Almost done.
That's weird. Could have sworn I put them here.
Yeah, so that was another thing. I was talking to Tulsa the other day, and like they were talking about how
Found you take this one.
like how it's impossible to upgrade an MMO to current like modern standards, right? But if you think about it, with cloud gaming, that's like the perfect instance to be able to do that. You already have a consumer base that's used to a subscription fee, and a user base that is used to having a broadband internet connection.
Here are my babies.
Right? That's really all that's necessary in order to play MMOs. Well, this would allow Square Enix to upgrade their hardware, right? So that you don't have to upgrade your hardware in order to play the new MMO that they come out. And so when they want to update,
which ones do you think we should pick?
when they want to update Final Fantasy XIV and give it a new engine or whatever and new graphics, they're only updating one system, and they're not requiring you to upgrade your system. They're still charging you the same basic fee. I'm gonna try a different setup this time.
Good eye. People used to give these to declare their loyalty to one another. Interesting, right?
So yeah, if you already have your customer base biting
still need a few
on
more.
the subscription service,
Which should we pick next?
and
That's the one I gave
you only have to upgrade your hardware, and you're not requiring
mister.
the consumer to upgrade their hardware, your consumer base could enjoy a video game that
She said,
ramps
as
up
many
in
as you can
quality
carry,
over
so maybe a few
generations.
more?
There's other flowers that I could pick. There's only 3 options. We'll do another one of these.
I think we're good now. What do you say? Shall we go?
They did say they might yeah, see, they said that they wouldn't update it anytime soon, but that they do want to update it. And I think that
No need to hurry.
that would allow them to, right? The reason why they're not doing it anytime soon is because 14 isn't available on any cloud platforms yet. I think once it's available on cloud platforms and is established and they kind of have that whole science down, then that will allow them to be able to upgrade the graphics at that point. You know, once they have the entire user base switched over from accessing the game on their own servers to just requiring their own broadband connection. That too, and I think cloud gaming is also going to play a big role in the Final Fantasy Remake series. I think the game's going to be so big it's not even going to be able to fit on a PS5. it's going to require cloud gaming by the time it reaches its 5th installment, because I think there's going to be 5 installments. Yeah, so I make a flower thing there. The flowers each other. I've never used this combination of flowers before, so it should be a different mural this time.
I'll wait out here.
Take your flowers.
Okay. But I might be a while. Why not check out the town?
Yeah, I think so too. We'll see if Yoshida was a fluke or not. I have no reason to believe that he was, but we'll find out. Now that he's in charge of Division 3. Coats, that's him.
I remember you.
Where's Aerith?
The leaf.
What are you doing right now in game, Warlord?
Is something wrong?
You could say that. Sounds like someone spooked the kids.
Cool.
Yeah, 2 of them disappeared. They ran away after this creepy guy wearing black clothes showed up.
A Turk?
That's what I thought, but no.
It's this guy who's always stumbling around town in a dirty robe full of holes. They say he's sick or something. Oh, and he had some kind of number tattooed on his arm.
I don't like the sound of this. I'm gonna check it out.
I know someone who fits that description. I'll come with.
Okay.
Come on.
All the kid.
No.
It'd be great if they asked us again.
Because of the money or because you think it's been on TV again?
Come on.
I know this place is off limits to grown-ups, but if we want to rescue them, well, we gotta break the rules.
Oats! You're back!
Aerith's come to help.
Yeah, leave it to us. We'll take care of it from here.
But there are monsters out there!
Don't worry.
Will be monsters.
I've brought a super strong friend along with me.
I used to be a soldier. So where's the guy?
I don't know. He disappeared and we can't find him.
Right now, let's worry about the kids.
Come on.
You guys have got to hurry and find our friends, okay?
They ran off this way. Be careful.
Where do you think they went?
Who knows? They're kids. Nothing to do but look all over.
I just hope we find them in time.
I've got this.
Don't you mean we've got this?
Gotta give it my all. Take the lead.
I'll show you what I can do.
Good night.
Not bad.
I'm sure there will.
I'll protect.
I think that's going to become the
Protecting myself,
pretty much the
you know.
standard. I think almost all games will become online
That's over.
in some way or shape or form.
Ah, there they are.
And they're not alone.
Yeah.
I'll protect
Oh no,
you.
that's fine, dude.
I'm pretty good at protecting myself. You know?
I understood it.
You sure you want to fight?
Time to get serious. It's over.
Quickly, we gotta save them.
All right. Now you're in for it.
Hold on!
No holding back. Shit.
Stay back!
It's over. That's that. That'll do.
Nice.
We'll be right there!
Careful.
Watch out! The ground's really shaky. It's because of the reactor. You can't trust your feet.
I'll go. Come on.
Whoa! Thank you. That was cool.
Okay, let's head back. Run and hide.
No more playing nice. Nothing personal.
Go on!
That's so cool. How did you get to be so strong?
Well, you see, Cloud here used to be a soldier.
He was? Did you go fight in the war?
I might have.
Oh, I wanted to show the link to the Sleep Easy videos for Galantis.
Easy. Now you're in for it. Let's on you.
Here goes! How did that sound?
I'm gonna grow up to be a soldier like you. You can't just grow up to be a soldier. You gotta work at it. Cloud thinks I'm good enough to be one, right?
Look at you, Mr. Popular.
That was so cool, you guys. Especially that. Yeah. Yeah. It was really cool when you went like, yeah, yeah. You've got it all wrong. Like that. No way. It was way faster than that. Yeah, yeah. Like that. Fine. Then how about? Yeah, yeah. Like that. Isn't that right, Cloud? Isn't that right, Cloud? Come on. Tifa, wait. Tifa. Tifa.
Tifa.
Tifa? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Is Tifa like your girlfriend?
No,
But she's someone special.
it's not like that. More like... I don't know how to explain.
I see.
Well, what do you think? Do I have what it takes?
Thank you. From now on, if you
Bruh,
run into
bruh.
trouble, promise me you'll find an adult, okay?
Okay, I will. And here, since you're so cool. You
Since
guys
you're
are
so
both
cool.
grown-ups, but you're also one of us now. You can come and play here whenever you want.
Don't worry, it'll be okay.
I wonder if we'll get
Wait.
a re-release of 7 Remake on the PS5. That'll be cool.
Not him. It looks pretty damn similar.
Some graphical upgrades.
There's the number, but why 2?
Who knows? Come to think.
W is nothing to be afraid of.
Is nothing to fear.
Fear is nothing to fear.
Cloud, get it together. Come on.
You don't know who Sephiroth is, do you?
Sephiroth, the war hero? I know he died in an accident 5 years ago. They said so on the news.
Maybe they did. But I've got a feeling he's still alive.
Oh, right. Come on, let's go.
Then you
We make a video on that part.
The legendary. What was the next line again? My dad told me that man, he used to be a soldier when he was younger.
Hey, Cloud. I know a lot of people around here need help. When I'm out on patrol, a lot of them tell me about their problems. Do you think you might be interested in helping out?
Nah.
Well,
At
I'm
this
all
time,
for
bro.
it. We still have plenty of time.
I gotta get Aerith
I'm
a
on
cheap
the clock.
dress.
Don't worry, I give you permission.
I always have the latest information. Come find me if you want to know.
Can't even talk to Magi.
Well, Shinra's not gonna take this line down.
I can't wait.
Should I head home? That's what's called easy money.
Aerith, you're back!
Where'd she go? Oh, she's right there. Game froze.
Mom, look what we've done with the flowers.
Well, it's the
Lovely,
same.
don't you think?
Great job. It's wonderful.
Isn't it? Oh, I nearly forgot. I saw some Shinra suit walking toward your house a little while ago. He was dressed all in black. A
That's
little
good, dude.
scary looking.
Yeah, I love 14. Even though I haven't played it for a while.
Someone spent a lot of time on this. Look at the detail.
Really?
When is it gonna get dark around here?
No, no, no. Have you been able to beat E6S
Hello,
yet?
Aerith.
What do you want?
Haven't seen him before. He your new boy toy?
He's my bodyguard, if you must know.
Wait a minute. Those eyes. Is he the one who beat up Reno?
And what if I am?
Need to cross my T's, dot my I's, that's all.
Cloud, leave him be. Rude's not a bad person, really.
No, I'm not bad. But like it or not, I sometimes have to do bad things.
Connor! How's it going, man?
Don't take it.
It's doing all right. Thanks for coming back, man. I tried to look for a Connor Buckley, and I found a rugby channel.
All bark.
I wasn't sure if that was you, though, because you said you were a football fan.
You're one to talk.
Last I checked, in Ireland, football is soccer, not rugby.
Stay back.
So I didn't think it was you. And then I guess there's a famous actor named Connor Buckley as well.
No.
Here it comes.
How's your day, man?
Okay then.
So, you had enough yet?
No. I don't believe that I have.
I don't believe that I have.
Just stop it.
Can't. It's my job.
Then think about changing careers.
Please, just leave us alone.
You know I can't do that.
I really like Rude's voice actor. Really magic. Snelling. Did a great job.
Hey there, partner.
Hey there, partner.
I'm sure you're having the time of your life, but we're needed on standby for a job. Something about Sector 7. So get your ass back here now.
Understood.
Got somewhere else to be?
Apparently so.
Yeah, no problem, man. You got any good plans?
You
Or
know
any
I
big
can't
plans?
do that.
It's pretty late over there, right? It's like 3:30 in the AM. Yeah, night owl.
You're heading in already?
You had a cast on your leg, man.
Yeah,
Oh, did you?
That's enough for one
Did you
day.
break it between the last time we talked and today? Playing rough? What happened?
Where have
Curious.
you two been? I've been worried sick.
Sorry.
Just on like your shin
Got a
or
little
like
sidetracked.
up on your thigh?
Dinner's ready, in case you're wondering.
Ah, great.
But before we sit down, I want you to make up the guest room.
Gotcha. Take a load off, okay?
Judging by those eyes, I'm guessing you're a soldier.
Ex-soldier.
I hate to ask, but would you leave tonight without any fuss, no questions? You boys made a trade, a normal life, for power. You can't have it both ways.
I'm back.
Good. Now, I hope you're hungry.
Starving, right?
You're always starving.
I've never been so proud. The man you've become. Women must be hounding you day and night.
Oof.
Not really.
I had something.
there's all
I had a
kinds of
similar
temptations in the big
injury.
city.
I think.
I'd feel a lot
Forgot
better
what
if I
happened.
knew
It
you'd
didn't
found a
break.
good girl, one who'd make sure you didn't get into
I
trouble.
think it was a sprain. I forget what it was.
I can take care of myself.
But like,
An older, more mature girl that could
Hard to
keep you on
explain
the
over
straight and
you.
narrow and tell you when you're being a silly goose.
I slipped on some
That's the perfect type
floor.
for you, I'd say.
I slipped on the floor. I slipped on some soda on the floor, and my shin, my shin popped out like at a right angle, and my knee hit the floor,
Stay my welcome.
so that my shin was like perfectly perpendicular with the floor at like a right angle. It's like totally popped at my knee out of. And it sucked because I had an all-star game coming up in like 2 weeks, and that injured me, and I wasn't able to play. It would have been the it would have been the cap of my football career, in my high school football career.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Did you have a bad dream? Don't worry.
Yeah,
You'll feel much better in the morning.
That's gonna
And I
get annoying.
promise
It's
to
gonna
take
get
you
all
straight
itchy
home.
underneath.
Okay.
Do you have a way to get underneath there and itch? Like, do you have like a little thing that you can poke in there? I've never had to have a cast before.
Please don't let her hear me again.
Ah,
You jerk. I thought I told you
yeah.
not to leave the room.
It wasn't
Get back in there.
really like painful. It just kind of like disabled me. You know, it was annoying. It sounds a lot more painful than it was. But yeah, I couldn't play on it. That's for sure. They got rid of the bucket. We failed it twice. We get rid of obstacles. Oh, and I still managed to hit stuff.
No more games.
How did you end up injuring your knee? There we go.
You're leaving?
So, how do I get to Sector 7?
It's simple enough. Just cut through Sector 6.
Yeah.
It isn't exactly safe, but you should be okay, seeing as you're a soldier.
Yeah, especially when you don't have to put pressure on or anything.
Promise me,
Like, it doesn't
you'll never
hurt.
talk
It
to
only
Gareth
hurts
again.
if you use it, right?
You got it.
Thank you.
Kind of sucks for you too, because it's like, I don't know. Is the school system similar over there, where you guys get summers off? I mean, I'm just assuming so. I think America got that from back in European days. Oh, I forgot that there's material. Another HP. Because yeah, you'd be out like 3 months if you got a broken bone. Usually puts you out for 3 months, so it's like goodbye summer. Playing basketball and slashed my knee. Ah. Slashed your knee? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I can picture it now. On the oh yeah. So was it like one of those so you weren't playing in a gym? You're like playing on like the street or something like that. Oh, that's cool. This only lasted 3 weeks. Oh, probably because it's a laceration. Well, then why would you have to wear a cast? Laceration. I mean, I'm not going to question it. I'm not a doctor. Yeah, I'm assuming, was it on the street? You weren't playing in the gym?
You can't skip work. Not again.
Oh.
Ah,
Well,
yeah,
look
makes
who
sense.
it is. Talk about a coincidence.
What are you doing here?
Waiting.
Why?
Because I'm not sick of you yet.
Basketball pretty popular over there?
Lead on then.
With pleasure. Cloud? Is something wrong?
It's nothing. You can see the sky.
I'm
They're still
confused when
working
I
on a
actually
new
cut my
plate.
leg. That's it. Must have
I
been
don't like
something
this part of
sharp.
Midgar. Back when they were still building Midgar.
Yeah,
there
it
was
must
an
have been.
accident, and the plate fell.
The thing I
People
think
were
is like
starting to move
sometimes,
in, so there weren't a lot
sometimes
living
like
there at
those
the time, but
those street court stands,
And
they have
that's-
like
the underside of Sector 6.
they'll get wet,
A really
right,
special
and they'll
place.
rust underneath the
But
paint,
I'm sure you already knew
and they'll have like
right?
little
I didn't tell you?
striations that'll stick out.
I enlisted
So
pretty
maybe
much right
that's
after
what
I
caught
left
you.
home. Don't know much about this place, or any of the slums.
that. Well, it took a lot of people to build Midgar, and they all needed to blow off steam. So some traders built an entertainment district. Inns,
Yeah, I mean,
bars,
that's what's cool about
parks.
basketball. Is it's like, it really doesn't take
Folks
much.
started pouring in from all
You know?
over.
What's
Business
the
was
problem with
booming,
American football? Is you
money
have to
was
have,
flowing,
well, and soccer too.
which attracted
Gotta
the
have like
attention
11
of some
people.
guys who
I mean, you could play smaller versions of it, but it's
Now there
just
isn't
not
any.
the same.
Right.
With basketball, you only need
But instead
10
of trying
people
to solve the problem,
all together
the
to play a
government decided to
full
just
like
roll it
basketball
in.
game.
And that's how Walmart
And it's
began.
easy to just do
Out of
like
sight, out of mind, as the
half
old
court.
saying
So if you only
goes.
have half court,
For the folks in charge,
still
there
play
was no better way to
half
deal
court
with it.
basketball.
So it's like a giant
You
veil.
know,
Yeah. Want to see what's behind it?
Not really.
so you only need one
That's
hoop.
good. 'Cause I know a better way to get to Sector
You just have to
7.
take it to half court and back. You know.
One that, tragically, doesn't go through Walmart. And it's just through this tunnel here. At least it was, back when I was a kid.
So it's really easy to pick up. Like I think it's a really well designed game. Basketball. There's a lot of scoring. So that kind of makes it fun to watch. Like you have to know rugby and football and soccer in order to get the spectacle of it. You know? When we're watching a soccer game, I just like it's hard to get into soccer when you don't really know what's going on. Like I know why I've seen some things like Pele, you know, when Pele does a backflip and kicks the ball into the goal, like I could see why that's amazing, you know, like that's kind of like
this,
obvious.
you know, ever
But
since
like
the
even
play
with
fell.
football,
And there's
American
no other way.
football, like
It'll be an adventure.
you have to know the rules in and out to know why it's close or why it's not, you know. I think it's the same with soccer. So it, from a casual perspective, it's hard to get into soccer or football or rugby. Yeah, but basketball, it's like
Try to
you're always scoring, or there's so much scoring going on. You know, average basketball games like 90 points. You know, which is 50. This goes by 2, sometimes 3-pointers. So it's like that's 50 shot attempts. You know, there's a lot of attempts at scoring a point. And yeah, it's just you're always on the move.
Oh, great. Someone's pulled up the ladder. I wonder if we can use this. It's this way.
So much running in basketball too. Well, there's a lot of running in soccer as well. Guys are in shape, that's for sure. Great cardiovascular health. I have not played NBA 2K on my gaming console. I used to play NFL 2K back before EA bought the license to the NFL. And I'm familiar with NBA 2K, but I never actually played it.
Piece of cake. Give me a sec. And here comes the ladder. Well, what did I tell ya?
Yeah, I could see basketball being like a cool pickup game in Ireland, but you don't really have like a Irish league that plays basketball, do you? Like, I know basketball is an Olympic sport, but do you guys even have like an Olympic basketball team?
Let's keep on trucking.
Yeah, it's not surprising why basketball's not huge in Ireland. But it's also not surprising that like you're familiar with it, you know. Oh, whoops. Because it's such a simple game to pick up.
Take the lead.
I'm coming.
Baseball is also another complicated one, and that kind of goes with cricket as well. You know, there's a lot of like it takes a lot of space. You know, basketball, it's really confined. You don't really need a lot of space. You kind of just need a hoop. You know, baseball requires a lot of space. Football, American football requires a lot of space. I'd say rugby also kind of requires a lot of space as well. You know. It's great for rural kids who live out in the country. You know, a lot of those kids can do rugby, pick up rugby games and stuff.
I wonder if someone blocked it off because of all the monsters that kept showing up.
But pick up football in like the city is kind of
Raised
difficult.
in the slums, remember?
You're tough.
That's supposed to be a compliment.
And, yeah, I agree, Connor. Yeah, totally. There's a lot of predatory practices that EA relies on, which they never used to. I don't want to say it's a very recent thing because they've been doing it for a long time, but back in my day, EA wasn't always greedy. Soccer, rugby, and tennis. Yeah, tennis. Oh, that's another one. Tennis is another one that can kind of be picked up pretty quickly. I don't know why it's like so popular amongst rich people though. There's something about like tennis and golf, like the rich people's sport. I don't know why. Maybe it's the silence. That's the only thing I could think of. So like both of those sports require so much silence.
I've got this.
Don't you mean?
So you don't have all those ruffians in the crowd.
Keep it together.
I love rugby though. I mean, I've never played rugby, but man, watching rugby, I have a lot of respect for it. And for being an American football player, and really liking American football, and then watching rugby, it's like, dude, I have a lot of respect for what these guys do. Everyone is fit. That's the thing with American football is you have very specific body types for very specific positions. While in rugby, everyone is like prime shape. Everyone's like a linebacker. You know?
Looks like a dead end.
Try to stay behind me.
That way I can cover your back. I'll show you what I
Let's
can
dance,
do.
asshole.
Nothing to it.
We're supposed to be going this way. There we go.
Hey, I bet you can grab that container with the arm.
Yeah, it is. Rugby, how I would describe rugby, it's like
So do you moonlight as
a mixture of soccer and basketball from an American perspective.
Yeah?
You know? Like, it's like basketball because it's constant. It's like always going. The American football, there's a lot of breaks in between. You go 110%, and then you play till the whistle goes, and then you have a break.
So tough.
And then you go into your huddle,
Lucky for me,
and you break your huddle, and then you get set, and then you go 110% for 10, 15 seconds, and then you got another break. So it's a lot of breaking.
Well then, I'm gonna head
But with rugby, it's just constant, like, the whole time. Same with basketball. The game never stops until certain parameters are met. But football, American football is built with stops in mind and breaks. Oops. And wrestling. You know, there's like a lot of wrestling kind of in rugby. And I'd say there's like wrestling in American football as well. The whole concept behind a tackle. But yeah, supposedly, if I remember correctly, soccer, rugby, and football, American football, all stemmed from the same sport. Like at one, I guess it was a Masonic thing that started in Britain, and when it made it to the different countries, into the colonies, they ended up sort of like changing the rules. Each colony made their own different rules.
While I drop the ladder.
And that's why because rugby was football for a long time. I think it first was what you guys call football, right? Which is what we call soccer, right? And then soccer turned into rugby, and then rugby turned into American football. The reason why the Americans call it football, even though it's not shaped like a ball, and 90% of the game is done with your hands, not your feet, is because I think American football is an offshoot of rugby, which at the time was called football. And I think in order for the Americans to differentiate their game from rugby, they called it football. And it's not necessarily incorrect to do so, because both games stemmed from soccer, which is what you guys call it. Yeah, yeah, a lot of breaks. And that's the thing, is you would have to, in order to like watching the NFL, you have to know the rules. Right? It's hard to get into, but like once you know the rules, all the time mechanics become part of the game, and then and that's what causes that sort of fan anxiety when you start playing the clock,
Over here.
and it creates for like big moments. But you have to kind of know the rules in order for that to be a thing. If you don't know the rules, then it's not interesting.
Well, jumping's not
Right, yeah, it should be called hand egg. Or tackle or something, you know.
Someone made a campfire.
If they found a way down, so can we.
Guess I gotta.
I'll end this. Take the lead.
I'll take care
Gotta
of
give
them.
it my all.
This one's for you. That'll do. Gotta go for it now. Whoa, not too fast, okay?
Got it.
I'm just surprised why we didn't just call it rugby. American rugby. I think, yeah, that makes a little more sense to me. I'd be fine with it. Hand egg too. Yep.
Anybody around? Guess it's just us.
Hmm.
It's still warm.
Should we relight it? Have our own campfire?
I need to get back. Besides,
Looky here, boys! Caught us some burglars!
Coming into our homes and stealing our shit, doing crimes.
I'd say we're owed
Look, it's Antifa.
damages. Government composite. I don't get it. How stupid can you be? It's crazy.
Are there any riots going on where you're from now?
Compensatory damages is like, it's like
No, they've hit the UK for some reason.
damages.
Oh yeah, that's what you get when when somebody else.
we haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah, we were just passing through.
Oh, a likely story.
It's a lot of
What do you
arguments,
want?
yeah.
Nothing but our due recompense.
When I know that I'm talking to a European, I always just adjust. Just because logically it makes sense.
Due recompense. It's like,
And I always make sure to call it American football.
compensatory damages.
I should say European. People from the Eastern Hemisphere.
I think we've heard enough.
Well, I mean, and South America. Pretty much anywhere but Canada and the United States. Because I'm pretty sure even the Mexicans call it football.
You do, don't move.
I'm super dead.
Football. That's another way, I guess, with in the Anglosphere, you call it football and football.
Random question. question, but why did you?
But that would
become a
probably only
soldier?
work if you lived in America.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Did you have any soldier friends? Any war buddies?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Gotta deal with that.
I'm coming! So long. One more shot! That's over.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Stupid ladders.
Especially as the world becomes so
Okay, Cloud,
more
heading down. You're
connected.
in charge of the arm.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah, there were a few protests near me. One went very far and ended up in a boy getting stabbed in the head and kicked. That's what I don't get, man. Oh, George Floyd. George Floyd died. So let's kill a bunch of other people. Fucking retards. It's not even about Black Flag. That's good. That's good. Oh, wrong one. Gotta do the other arm first. Money. Yeah, where I am, we haven't really seen much riots. From the town I'm near, though, the biggest metropolitan area, we're kind of hitting the news in a lot of bad ways. There's a big anti-cop sentiment going across the country. Kind of an unprecedented anti-cop sentiment. Anti-police sentiment. I don't get what the point is in Ireland, though. Like, why? Be careful. So that's all the advice I could give you. It ain't worth it. Saw a video of a local dude disarm a guy. That was pretty cool. Oh yeah, that dude just recently hit news. It was pretty cool. So these riders were they were busting into an abandoned police vehicle, and they were getting access to the AR-15 in them. And so one rider had an AR-15 in his hand, and this one security dude comes up to him with a Glock, which is a smaller like hand pistol, and just puts it right up to his chest and grabs the AR-15 from him. Just like straight up walks to the guy with a gun, just puts it up to his chest and just takes his gun. It's like the disarming happened in like half a second. It was just one smooth motion. It was pretty crazy. So that guy made the news. He's kind of a local hero now. But yeah, I guess the people in the major metropolitan area where I'm from ended up taking the police precinct and the area surrounding it. So they have like this no cop zone that they demanded the local area businesses cut ties with this. Well, excuse me, with the city itself. We'll see how long that lasts, though. They're already out of food. They're run by a bunch of young people that don't know what they're doing. They've never had to farm in their entire lives. So They just rioted. They didn't have a plan. They're just kind of what they would call LARP. They're just LARPing revolutionaries. Most of them were under the age of 25. They had no clue. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing, is the side the side of the rioters, the protesters, are anti-gun. So most of them don't have guns. The only reason they were getting guns was because they were breaking into police. They were breaking into police vehicles. That guy noticed it. The security guard, who was also armed, noticed it and stopped him. But yeah, for the most part, but there have been a lot of deaths due to that. I think there's been 27 deaths so far from the rioting. Most black, by the way. So kind of anti-intuitive.
Wait a minute. Did you just?
Yeah.
Nope.
Not the greatest of protests, I would say.
Don't worry. We'll be on the same page next time.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, okay?
I honestly think it's just a psyop. Orchestrated by anti-American groups, anti-Western groups.
Hold it right there, lovebirds.
In collaboration
You want to pass
with
through our territory? Then you gotta
that are
pay
probably
the
being
toll.
funded by China and or Russia and or the Middle East.
Nothing personal.
That's that. We made it.
They call fourth generation warfare or gray warfare, where you use proxy. That's what America's been doing for a long time, actually. You know, a lot of American strategy has to do with arming local civilian rebel populations, and that's pretty much what this is, just without the direct arming. And I think foreign countries are just taking a play from our playbook, to be honest, and focusing it on us.
All right, there it is.
And
The
just
gate to Sector 7.
fomenting.
Looks shut.
And they bought media, and they're just
More importantly,
fomenting.
how about we take a break? Sound good?
No, I don't have time
Up
for.
there looks nice.
Fomenting deep-seated hatreds
Come on.
to create chaos.
You know, a long time ago.
I don't think the
I used to
rioters
sell
understand
flowers
that they're
here.
just kind of tools.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think 2020 is a big deal. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be, but 6 months into it, there's just been too much. Every month has had some kind of almost catastrophic event.
So, Cloud, you were a soldier first class, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
The West is on fire.
Really? What's weird about it?
Nothing. Just that you were the same rank.
Huh? As who?
The first guy I ever loved.
What's his name? I probably know him.
Are you okay? Wow. Your eyes.
Oh. It's 'cause of the Mako. All soldiers have them.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm bumming you out. We should go. Gotta look forward, not back.
Yeah. Things are gonna get crazy if the election doesn't go the way people want it to. Because it's an election here in the United States, at least. And I feel really bad, especially for the other nations. I am really bad for that kid. He's getting. Would you say he got stabbed? He got stabbed for something that people are angry about half a world away. It's just, and that's gonna like permanently affect him for the rest of his life.
This won't take long.
But I hear you guys have what are called football hooligans. That kind of isn't too out of the ordinary. Like some of your football hooligans get kind of crazy.
This is the passageway for you.
And we have that over here too. Like a team wins a championship game and there's a riot. They win it and there's a riot. It even happened to the Canadians, and the Canadians are like super polite. But when I think it was the Canucks,
You gonna be okay getting
either
home?
lost or won the championship
I
game,
said I wasn't.
Vancouver
I'll
ended
go
up
with you.
rioting
Thought you needed to
back
get
in
back.
I think 2011. It's like, why do you? It's
Don't
just a
worry.
game.
I have a backup
No.
plan for emergencies, and
Ah.
it's safer too.
You don't need to tear your own town apart. That's what happens. It's just a lot of people getting belligerent.
Guess this is it then. Ready?
Yeah.
LA had 2 riots. Los Angeles, they had one when the Lakers won the championship, and then they had another when Rodney King was beat. It was back in 91.
Cloud, you're alive. I thought we'd lost you.
What's going on?
Shh. I'll explain everything later. But now I'm on my way to see Don Corneo.
Oh, he was stabbed at the pro.
You should head back to Seventh Heaven. Meet up with the gang.
Why would he have to pay for someone's bus fee?
I'll be fine. You've seen how much ass I
Because
can
he
kick.
refused to. Is that like a thing that you guys pay for other people's bus fees over there?
Yeah? Yeah!
Oh no, you don't. You're going after
So
her.
the protest itself was peaceful.
She's a big girl.
It was
She
just
can
a
handle the likes of him. And
singled
others.
out situation.
You don't know Corneo.
They probably
Doesn't
just
matter
used the
how
crowd
strong
as
or
like a
smart you think you are.
zebra
You'll find a
camouflage.
way to turn it against you. And where is she going to meet
Zebra
him?
defense.
A mansion filled with his goons. Come on, aren't you worried what might happen in there? You have to help her. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, Cloud. We gotta hurry.
No, he should not have had to pay. Somebody asked him for €2 and he refused, so later they attempted to kill her. That's insane, man.
Hey there. Where you headed?
But that kind of stuff
You
happens
lied to
over
a
here
girl
too.
earlier. Do you
Yeah.
have any idea where she went?
No, and if you don't need a ride, then get the hell out of here. Can't you see I'm trying to work?
Can't say I can, no.
What'd you say to me, you little...
What's all the ruckus out here? I don't know you. What's your story?
We're looking for a girl who took one of your carriages. Can you help us find her?
Depends. What do you want with this girl of yours?
Guess. We want to save...
Save her from a life without this handsome guy.
Huh?
So, that's how it is, huh?
Well, I get a lot of customers. Hard to keep track of them all. This girl, what's she look like?
Well, she's in great shape.
Is that really important?
Wait a minute. You talking about Tifa?
That's her.
Oh, looks like someone's got a bit of a crush. Hate to break your heart, kid, but it's gonna be a long while before she sees the light of day again.
What do you mean?
She's a real pretty girl. Corneo's hosting another audition, and Tifa was chosen as a candidate.
An audition for what?
That's right. You guys are in the. You guys are still in the union.
She's what he likes all rolled into one.
How's that going? If you don't mind my asking, I'm not sure how caught up you are on politics at your age, because you said you weren't old enough to have a job. So I'm assuming you're still kind of high school age. But you still do trade with.
So where can we find this Don Corneo?
Trade's still pretty much open with Britain.
Thinking of raising holy hell or something?
Yeah, you should, dude, especially with a broken leg.
Leave me out of it. I told you what
Yeah, dude, I'll be on Friday, same time, man. Now, I don't recommend you being, watching me, and I don't expect you to watch me every time, but I try to get on. It would be, 7-3. I try to get on around 1 o'clock your time. Because he says 4:15 over there right now. Yeah, it's 8:15. 4-hour difference. 1 o'clock. But try to get on like 1 o'clock, so it's a little past midnight for you. I suggest sleep though. You really should get your sleep to recuperate and heal your injury. But like I said, I always appreciate seeing new faces in the chat or new names. But yeah, you have a good one, man. Still trading with Britain. There's still British products.
Welcome to Walmarket, the pleasure capital of Midgar that's got everything.
Are you from Northern Ireland or
couple, huh? It's all good.
the main part of the island? I'm not sure if they call it Southern Ireland. But
whatever you're into, we got you. Got a special one-time limited offer.
No, thank you. Come on, Cloud. Let's go.
I can never do the sleep. I know what you mean, yeah. Have a good night, man.
One more round.
Warmth, relaxation, the sweet embrace of pretty ladies. Oh, that's what I need.
Republic of Ireland. Okay. That's not Northern Ireland.
Found our man, and he's a gaudy one.
Yeah.
Not so fast, buddy. Back it up. Got no need for pretty boys here.
We're looking for someone.
Let me guess. First time in Walmarket.
Yeah? So?
So people can't just walk through the Don's front door. Especially men.
How about me then? Can I go inside?
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll talk next time about it.
You know Leslie? She's kind of cute. Homely, but cute.
Excuse you?
Kinda cute's not gonna cut it.
Come on. Can't you help us out?
Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself into?
Aerith.
Seriously, Les, she's not half bad. With a little work, I bet she'd clean up real nice.
Cloud, requesting permission to kill.
Denied.
If you're really sure you want to join an audition, then you're gonna need to get official approval.
And who can give us that?
The trio. The only ones in town who are considered authorities on Corneo's particular tastes. First, there's Chocobo Sam. And then there's Madam M over at the massage parlor. Last but not least, there's the Honeybee Inn's Andrea Rodea. They're an eccentric bunch, to put it mildly. And you should know they don't recommend just any girl stupid enough to come knocking.
Duly noted. Thanks for the info. We'll be back soon.
Time to go talk to Chocobo Sam. Yuck.
Aerith, you sure about this?
If you've got any better ideas.
Not really.
So that's the way it is.
Johnny.
Tifa's been invited into the Don's estate.
Huh?
But to earn such a privilege, you must first win the approval of one of the trio. Right? Meaning, I now know what I must do to save her. Stay strong, Tifa! Help is on the way! Johnny's coming, baby!
That's Warlord in a nutshell.
Not the sharpest tool in the shed, is he?
Nope.
I feel so
I came to watch.
What were you thinking? Stupid, stupid, stupid! Crawl into a hole.
Not you two again. Told you once, I'll tell you 1,000 times. Got nothing for you. Now scram.
Wait, here's out. You're one of the trio, right? I want you to get me into the audition.
Huh?
Pretty please?
Why not?
Really?
Sure.
Still hasn't
Next
gotten
time
back
an
to
audition comes around, I'll put your name in the hat.
Cross your fingers for
Can't
me,
you get me into
guys.
this one?
You want in now? No can do, sweetheart. Already recommended Tifa, and she's got this in the bag.
How can you be so sure Corneo will pick Tifa? You never know, he might pick me.
Damn, you really do want in, don't you?
Sure do.
Then how's about we play for it? Call it, Missy. Heads or tails? Guess right, and I'll grant you your wish. Guess wrong, and you'll leave me in peace.
No deal, Chocobo Sam. I know you're just trying to rip me off.
No thanks.
Oh, not a gambler, huh?
I am! Heads!
Huh?
Tails, you lose.
Look ahead to me.
Hey, don't look so glum. You're a pretty enough gal. Just not quite Corneo's cup of tea. But if only the Don will do, try convincing one of the other two. That's why it's a trio and not just the Mio. Now skedaddle.
Not just the Mio.
Wait. Mind if I see that coin of yours? Trick coin. I had a hunch.
That's cheating!
And that's the Wall Market way. Lesson learned.
Still cheating.
Damn, man.
This the place?
Supposed to go down like
Think
this.
so?
Let me handle
wanted
this.
to see Andrea.
You wait out here, okay?
Will.
And why would I do that? No, I'm coming with.
I'm not really sure that...
You're a man of many talents, but talking isn't one of them.
Good evening.
Oh. Hey,
Welcome to the heart and soul of Wall Market, the Honeybee Inn. Is there a honey boy or girl whose company you desire?
We're here to see Andrea Rodea.
Ah, the shining star of the Honeybee Inn. Now, are you the one who made the appointment, sir? Can I have your name?
Oh, we don't have an appointment.
I see. I'm terribly sorry, sir. An appointment is required, and the earliest available slot is 3 years from now.
3 years?
All we want is 5 minutes. He can spare that.
I need his help for the Corneo audition.
Yes, well, regardless of the circumstances, you cannot meet him without an appointment.
Is there really no other way?
It is rare, but Mr. Rodea does occasionally extend invitations to individuals who catch his eye. Otherwise, I'm sorry, but there really is nothing that can be done.
I guess that's that then. Oh well, let's try someone else.
Hey, are you nervous too?
I know why you're here. To gawk at the honey girls, right?
Bullshit, I won't pay that much. Well, this ain't a charity source. You don't have to be able to pay. Then get the hell out!
Shit.
Welcome. Just the two of you? Step right up. Now then, what manner of massage do you desire?
Say what?
Is this your first time in our establishment?
Mm-hmm.
We are a hand massage parlor. An excess of fatigue and tension can make even the simplest task a terrible strain. It is our pleasure to relieve our patrons of that tension. And what better way to seek relief than through the skilled ministrations of a professional? So now that we understand each other, what manner of massage do you desire?
We're not customers.
Then you are...
Hoping you can help us get an invite to an audition with Don...
For the love of... Say another word and I'll shove this fan right down your throat.
Oh.
This is the last thing I need. You're young and stupid, and I suppose that means you think I'll let you off easy. So, you want what? A favor? Well, here's the thing. This is a massage parlor, a respectable establishment. But if you don't require our services, then tell me! Is there any reason I shouldn't have you dragged outside and shot for wasting my valuable time? Well... Name?
Cloud Strife.
Hand.
Huh?
Give it to me!
Oh.
The strong, firm hands of a fighter, yet they possess a certain elegance and grace. Okay, Cloud. Let's see what you're made of. After that, we'll talk. So, which course will it be? Then make your way to the room in the back.
3,000.
And wait.
Cloud?
This exclusive treatment is reserved for our most well-to-do patrons.
This is for you, Warlord.
First, the hand cream. A generous coating for each and every one of your richly deserving fingers. Let's start with the tips. That's it. Relax. I'm only here to help. Oh, did that hurt?
No.
Then I'll move on to the base of the fingers. Let's see if we can't improve your circulation and get that blood flowing. No, don't fight it. Stress is poison to the body. And finally, some gentle stimulation for the palm. No more than a touch. Just like this. Oh, what was that? A cry of pleasure? Is this how you like it? How about this? Or maybe this? If that was to your liking, do come again.
Right.
How was it?
Huh?
You okay?
Yeah.
You're acting weird, Cloud.
I am?
Really weird.
Think you'll make a habit of it? All right then. I think I've seen everything I need to see.
So?
Tell me what you want, and we'll take it from there.
You're one of the trio, right? I want to get into Corneo's next audition.
And why in the world would you want to do that? Okay.
Really?
But you cannot go dressed like that.
Huh?
I could never send Corneo a candidate wearing such a plain-looking getup. Doing so would call my position as one of the trio into question.
Is something wrong with my outfit?
It's alright, I guess.
Oh, you.
Look, just take it outside the parlor, would you?
Sorry, we'll stop. So, what should I do about the outfit?
You just leave that to me. I'll put you in a dress so fabulous, you'll look like a million gil. So long as you can afford it.
How much?
What I said.
What I said.
But don't worry. It's obvious you can't afford a dress with that kind of price tag. So listen, I have an idea. There's an underground coliseum in this town. Up for a fight, Cloud? Good. Because I'm getting you into that arena. If you win the tournament, I'll transform Aerith into a drop-dead gorgeous beauty.
There any prize money?
Yes, for the person who got you in. So, what do you say?
Alright.
That's what I like to hear. You'll need this. They're already letting fighters inside. You should hurry. Run along.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
Nothing good. I wouldn't expect a fair fight in this town.
Think we can win it all?
That's one thing I'm definitely sure of.
I appreciate the confidence, just don't get too cocky, okay?
The doors are now open for tonight's
What's this? You're here to compete?
Of course.
I hope you know you're cutting it really close. So, the two of you are a team?
Team? No, it's just me.
Sounds like Zach.
Yes, the two of us are a team. I need to get into that audition, but I won't let anyone else fight my battles for me. That includes you, mister.
Alright, team it is. Head to the waiting area down below.
Down, down, down we go. So, how deep does this thing go, you think? I wonder how many people are fighting.
not nervous, are you?
Nope.
Nope.
Really? You're even more quiet than usual.
Just trying to focus. Like you
Trying to focus.
Hey, lovebirds, over here.
In the city that never sleeps, in the paradise of debauchery and sin, of pain and pleasure, where your every desire can be indulged for the right price. Wall Market! To you esteemed connoisseurs of chaos and bloodshed, we bid you the warmest of welcomes. Are you sitting comfortably? For tonight, the most gruesome spectacle anywhere in Wall Market or beyond shall be yours to witness, here in the Corneo Coliseum! Tonight's grand prize is no less than 1 million gil, and there's only one way to get it. Brutalize your opponents, thoroughly and utterly, viciously, without mercy, until they vomit blood. Only the most ruthless fighters, the savages still standing here at the end, shall claim the gil and the glory. And now, the long-awaited event in which the blood-starved beast will battle for your amusement in the bonus! Warriors of every shape and size will fight to the death before your very eyes! And tonight's Corneo time!
Wow, this place is really something.
Oh, poor Johnny.
Oh, you again.
Ouch, what happened to your face?
I just needed a little scratch, you know? So I signed up for the preliminaries and, well, I hope you guys realize what you're getting into. I don't want to scare you, but if you can make a run for it, you should.
Cloud and Aerith, your match will begin shortly. Please make your way to the gate.
We're in way too deep to back out now.
Try not to get yourself killed.
You two ready? Try not to get yourselves killed.
For our next match, we welcome two fighters, a young couple no less. Talking about a bad day? This is their first tournament, the bad first date, and most likely their last, inexperienced as they are. Or are they? Give it up for
Or are they?
Couple? Get out of here with that lummy-dummy bullshit!
What's up with the pole? Gonna do a little dance for us, baby girl?
Alright. Oh, man.
Okay, now I'm mad.
Cerebral, one of Wall Market's own, a renowned master of beasts. Will his pets make a meal of our two challengers before our very eyes? They've already been given their appetizer. Their hunger for flesh and fear is unquenchable. The demon dogs of hell, the sanguine stalkers!
Great feast!
You brought animals?
Oh? First timers, huh? There's no rule that says you gotta fight man to man.
We are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. Who will prevail in this brutal contest between man and beast? This could be over in an instant, so don't even blink.
Yeah, it will be over in an instant.
The first round begins now.
It's on you.
Here goes.
Gotta give it my all.
That's that. So long.
Can you believe it? I don't think anyone saw this
coming! What a completely unexpected turn of events! And the winners of our match are Cloud and Aaron!
Well, that's one win down. Go team. What's wrong?
The rules don't make sense.
Yeah, true. But maybe it'll be better in the next match?
Nah, wouldn't bet on it. Better to expect the worst.
Cloud and Aerith, your match will begin shortly. Please make your way to the gate.
That's what they call beginner's luck. Ready to rock? Just remember, try not to die.
For the second match in our spectacular semifinals, fresh from their first date with death, I present the Lucky Couple!
We're like unlucky for the rest of us!
Give it up once again for Cloud and Aerith!
Couple my ass! What the hell you two trying to pull? You assholes cost me a fortune!
Yeah! Their opponents, reavers in the scrapyard, thieves and killers through and through! Too criminal for common criminals, the worst of the worst! Ladies and gentlemen, check your pockets, because they may have already robbed you blind! The most contemptible sons of bitches this side of Wall Market, Bex Benefit!
It's those guys.
It's those guys! Look! Hot damn! Been fixing to feed you two your just desserts! Yeah! So open wide, cause we're gonna serve up a heaping helping! Hey! What do just desserts taste like? Huh? Like justice! Like payback!
Just desserts taste like justice and payback.
Gentlemen, it would seem that there are actually 8 members of Beck's Badasses.
Hey, that's cheating.
The only rule here is that there are no rules! Yeah! If Corneo says it's okay, then you gotta suck it up!
Did not have granted his approval!
This is ridiculous.
The odds are overwhelmingly stacked against this. Could be a real bloodbath. So I implore you, ladies and gentlemen, don't look away, or you may miss the best part. The second match of the Corneo Cup semifinals begins now.
Don't overdo it.
I'll take care of them. Good night. This one's for you. So long.
Boom!
Unbelievable! What the hell did I just see? It was 2 against, I don't remember how many exactly, but a lot. But somehow the
8.
winners of our match are...
It was 8.
Once again, Cloud and...
Now it's Sweepy and Cuddy. Very creative names. And then the Hell House.
That kid's
The
real.
Hell House.
Well, of course he is. I did give him a massage, you know. His palm told quite the tale. He's cheated death more than a few times.
Yep. Yep. Did you get the Praetorium or Meridianum?
Call it.
There you go again. One of these days, your luck is going to run out.
When I fall from grace, maybe I'll land in your parlor once more.
That is one mistake I will never repeat.
admit, Andy, the way he moves is totally amazing. Andy!
Next up, the big finale.
Yeah,
I thought you'd be happier.
just thinking about what we might face next.
But you know, we've made it this far. I'm sure we can handle anything they throw at us.
Indeed.
It's not your turn yet. Your names will be announced over the speaker. Just wait until then. Man, you proved me wrong. You guys are pretty good. It's the final match. You good to go?
You're pretty good.
I've got a lot of money riding on you two. Win it
Do
for
it.
me.
Win it for me. I said, do it for me.
Ladies
We're almost there.
our time together is almost over.
I can smell the platinum.
Tornado Cup, filled with unprecedented upsets and drama, has only one match to go. We know. We're just as disappointed as you are. But ladies and gentlemen, all good things must come to an end. So let's celebrate by getting so damn loud, they'll hear us up on the plate! Yeah! Come on! Once more, the sweethearts who've surprised us with upset after spectacular upset. The power couple with the boundless love for bloodshed. The champions of Madam M, Cloud and Aaron! Yeah! Come on now! Come on! You can do better than that! And now, five-time winners of the Tornado Cup! Murder machines with countless kills to their name! Along with a handful of maimings! The deadly duo that takes out the trash with a vengeance! The electric executioners!
For the double vengeance!
Putty and Sleepy! Come on!
Robots?
More like Shinra armor.
More like cheating.
Who will walk away with the 1 million guild prize? Get ready for a fight guaranteed to go down in history! The final match of the Corneo Cup begins now!
Keep it together.
I'm coming.
Let's dance, asshole.
Good night. Someone looks kind of shaky. Okay. Ready?
This has never... I can't believe it! And the winners of the Corneo Cup, the deadly and dynamic duo, Cloud and Aaron!
My condolences. Oh, you're taking this rather well. I was looking forward to a little temper tantrum.
When you bet it all on a toss, sometimes you get
On a
burned by
toss.
lady luck. Every coin has two sides.
Lady luck.
You're right, of course, even if they are both the same. And now, I believe I have a prize to collect.
Sorry, the madam will have to wait. The Don's demanding that we tack on one more match, it seems.
What?
If they win out, then you get paid in full.
Now hold on just a goddamn minute.
His call, not mine.
Now that that's over, we can go save Tifa.
So we'll head back to Madam M's, get you changed, and then it's off to Corneo's.
Right.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you still have one fight left.
What do you mean?
The crowd loved your show a little too much. People are placing hefty bets, much heftier than you can possibly imagine. Corneo's going to milk this for as much as he can.
Meaning what?
You face and defeat Corneo's fighter of choice, and only then will you be declared winners of the tournament.
Hey, that wasn't the deal.
Don't you think I know that? Ah! You greedy bastard! Scum-sucking piece of shit-festering asshole! But that's the way it is. Corneo's the one who makes the rules around here. But if you win this match, Corneo will have to accept your victory. And the crowd will make sure he does.
So this is the last one?
I sure hope so.
Which MSQ are you doing, man?
Watching you guys fight gave me goosebumps. Hope your next match is even better than the last. Ready to kick ass? It's not even about the money anymore, man. I just want you guys to win it all. Show them what you got.
Oh. Okay. I'm not sure if you meant the second one that I said or the second one in the sequence. The one with Gaius or the one with Livia?
But nobody felt it more keenly than one Don Corneo, who has decided that a bonus match is in order. Participating in this match will be this evening's leading lights, the dynamic duo that has crushed all competition thus far, Cloud and Aaron!
Over here! Look at them! They're so adorable!
You're the man, Cloud! Eris, I love you! Marry me!
Their opponent, buried in the bowels of the Colosseum. An unspeakable horror, long imprisoned, set free tonight for your entertainment! The secret star of Don Corneo's stellar stable! Enter the Hell House!
Huh?
Ah. The ultimate weapon.
It's just a house.
That's no ordinary house.
The manifestation of pure evil versus the most badass couple this side of Midgar! Have you ever seen a fight more incredible, more epic? You have not! No, sir, you have not! They'll be singing songs about tonight for generations to come! Keep your eyes glued to the action, ladies and gentlemen! The Cup's final battle begins now! Oh, the battle is joined! And already I can tell you this set will not stop!
That's it.
This couple has fought the test of the top, the meat.
Wait.
It's almost disappointing.
No. Not yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening?
What the?
Look out!
Go on!
Just try to call this house warm and inviting now. We
Get
dare
ready.
you. Wait.
Now. Try this.
The Hell House is showing us its true nature. Oh, this house just got a whole lot creepier, folks. What weird, evil design is it coming up this time? There'll be no coming back from this one! Cotton little stuffed animals are raining from the sky! That's so cute! Come on! Better than that if they want to raise this roof. Let's see. Cloud is taken! Answer! I bet he's not gonna be standing for much longer. These two got on the wrong side of this house. Can a couple cope? I'm waiting. Our house isn't afraid to fight dirty! I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but this is painful to watch.
That's it!
The Hellhound! That's Welcome's first guest. What kind of party is it? I don't know, but I'm glad I wasn't invited.
Have this.
What a brutal hit by the Hellhound! There's no way that didn't hurt!
Go on! So it's my turn? Tagging out!
I got this.
Well, sheer persistence!
Don't overdo it.
I'll show you what I can do. Ha! One more shot!
Left off! We have left off! Ladies and gentlemen, are
This
you
one's for
seeing
you!
this? The world's first flying house!
Can you take over for me?
What's this? The old switcheroo? As usual, the Hell House is up to no good!
Have fun.
Talk about making an impact!
I'm
The
coming!
Hell House is absolutely tearing it up tonight! Batten down
Tagging
the
out.
hatches, folks! Because a storm is brewing on the horizon!
Come on.
One more shot!
Not even so much as a switch! Cloud is paired with a stunning reversal! The Hell House is
Hell House is done.
We did it!
And the winners and champions, Cloud and Aaron!
What a finish! Can you believe it? He's amazing!
That boy.
Awfully rare you showing an interest in someone. What will you do?
There you are. I've been looking for you two. So Madam M wanted me to give you a message. She says you guys did pretty damn good, and that you should swing by her shop when you're done here. Got it? I was also hoping you might be interested in a few more matches here at the Coliseum. Big events like the Corneo Cup are pretty sporadic, but there's always action if you want to get a piece.
Maybe another time. Give me my dress.
You're here.
Yes.
I have everything I need to get started. Just one thing before we do. You're the Cloud, right? Cloud the Merc. Well, that's what you call yourself, I'm told. But what have you actually done for the people of Sector 5, There's this little thing called karma. How a person treats others dictates how they themselves should be treated. And believe me,
That's interesting.
I'll get you the dress that you earned. Alright, now that that's out of the way, once you change, you won't be able to leave town. Are you sure you're ready? Alright then, let's get started. Beauty takes a lot of work and preparation. Far more than you'd know. In the meantime, let me think. There ought to be things you can only do without your friend. Now's your chance to get out and have some fun. I can tell you're already beginning to feel at home here. Though being so new to it, I assumed you still wouldn't know how to enjoy yourself properly. So I went and had a chat with Sam. He said he'd be happy to help you out.
Hey, no one asked you to do that.
But there's so much you don't know. This is the perfect opportunity for you to learn the ways of the world and man the hell up. And that's enough of that. Aerith, come with me.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see the dress.
The dress is part of it, sure. But we'll also need to do something about that plain Jane makeup and hairdo. This is gonna take some work.
Ouch. Well, I'll see you later, Cloud.
Peek, and I'll poke out your eyes.
I do have to go talk to Chocobo soon.
Howdy. Madam M said you'd be swinging by. Let me see if I've got this straight. You ditched your lady friend and fellow champion to have a boys' night out in Wall Market? Kidding. If I know the madam, and I do, this was all her idea. I can see why. There's no denying you're skilled with a sword, but when it comes to damn near anything else, well, can't help but have my doubts. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but then there's nothing wrong with expanding your horizons neither, seeking new experiences. Knowing the ways of this here world will help you to better protect her while you're in it. Reckon I got a few solid gigs for you. What do you say? You game?
Yeah, why not?
That's the spirit. You have yourself a grand time tonight, Mr. Merc.
I think this is where they said to meet.
Almost there. No!
Cloud! Finally!
I call you bro? No. Okay, bro.
Tifa! She's... I don't...
Take a deep breath. What about Tifa?
I heard Corneo was gonna audition new girls soon. And Tifa's gonna be... I don't know what to do.
Well, I do.
I'll come too! Hey, Cloud, bro. I can call you bro, right?
Nope.
Just want to say, bro, that I'm totally...
I can call you bro, right? Nope.
So, like, how'd you get so strong anyway, bro?
I said...
Bro?
The way you fight, bro, is like poetry and violence. Bing, bing, whoosh, whoosh. You know? I really wish I could be just like you. My problem is that I tend to overthink and overanalyze everything. So, bro, do you have any advice for a smart, stand-up guy like myself?
No.
Where'd he go?
Oh, come on, bro!
There he is. Come on, bro! He took a weird route this time.
We gotta hurry to Corneo's! Well, this is it for me. Call me crazy, but I have a feeling that I'll just be getting in the way.
Go find Aerith at Madame M's. Tell her to wait for me there when she's...
You gotta save her. And by we, I mean you.
Yes, sir.
You again?
Got a letter of approval right here.
Hmm? You know that's only good for women, right?
Yeah, it's for Aerith.
Who? Oh, that girl you were with. Sorry to hear that. Well, either way, you're stuck out here, pal. I can't let you in.
I wasn't asking for permission.
Huh? Wouldn't try it if I were you. Trust me, you don't want to screw with the Don. If you even think about causing any trouble, he'll make sure someone pays for it. And that someone might wind up being the girl
Actually,
you're
like
trying so hard to
Leslie's
break up.
mannerism.
Or it could wind up being someone you've never even
Pretty
met
cool
before.
character.
Get it?
It's growing
You're
on
the
me.
Don's world now. Anyway, you've got some time yet. The audition won't start for a while. If you're sure you want to go through with this, then bring the girl and the letter. But if I were you, I wouldn't.
A rat. A dog. A stray cat.
Alright, you're up. Come on.
You
You look fine.
look fine.
Yeah.
Aerith, what are you wearing?
I know, right? It's bad. Like, super bad. I've been
Oh,
trying
it's
to figure out
cute.
if there was anything more I could have done with it, but...
Doesn't really matter if you get picked or not anyway.
yeah, but still.
No.
You put a lot of work into this. Did you put a
Did
lot of
you?
work into this?
Did you put a lot of work into this? Blank stare. No words. Changes the subject.
The one asking me to step back? No, I got it. I was worried about it.
I'm starting to think this place is more dangerous than I thought. Who knows what they'll ask you to do in this audition? No way in hell I'll let you go in there by yourself.
By myself? Oh, don't worry. I wasn't gonna. Come on, you'll see.
See what, exactly?
According to Madame M, you've caught the eye of a certain fabulous someone, and they'd like to meet in person.
Huh?
Well, that was it. I don't even have to finish this I'll have to finish the chapter. Just had to see that scene. Master of Fate. And that last trophy was dressed to the nines. It's got Cloud. That's hilarious. Very cool. Screenshot when earned. Oh, that's cool. Like they save screenshots. Just to the nines. Neat. Master. Fate. Same picture? Yep. Cool. The biker boy one. Never the bread. Doesn't say it. That's cool. Cool screenshot. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna close out with Drowned by Fireworks. I'll see you guys on Friday. Wish me luck. My boss didn't get back to me today, so that's kind of worrisome. So I'm gonna try to get to tomorrow. If I don't hear from him tomorrow, I'm gonna start job hunting again. Wish me luck, guys. I never thought I was going to complete it, to be honest. Some of those things were really difficult. Savage level difficult. For sure. For sure. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. After, God, how many hours? Take a look. $199 hours and 35 minutes. That's like double time that it took most people. But I'm glad I got it, regardless. It was fun. So Friday, I'm going to start recording crafting videos on Earlia and LeaveQuest videos as well. Help Galantis up the FC, and I'm going to switch back over to Romagus under Ragnarok. And yeah, God, I've been on Romagus forever. It'll be nice. Be like a homecoming. Yeah, it's been like a year, I think. But yeah, I've really got to figure out, like, keep telling myself I'm going to make some YouTube videos and keep not doing it. I think that's what I need to concentrate on mostly tomorrow, is creating, you know, a workflow. But anyways, I'll see you guys Friday.